Hey guys, Crosstalk FM is an English and Japanese bilingual freestyle video podcast. In this video podcast, we explore some cross-cultural themes and trends. I'm Andrea.
Hi, I'm Tomoya. クロストーク英会話はバイリンガルスタイルで外国人とのリアルなコミュニケーションの仕方や海外のカルチャーをもっと知りたい方に向けて発信するカルチャーポッドキャストでございます。Andrea さん、
Yes.
What is the first thing comes to your mind when you hear the word American Dream?
American Dream. I would say the 1950s.
1950s.
Yeah.
What's the meaning of 1950s?
Okay, like the 1950s was the time that I feel like a lot of people in America started to really live the American dream, meaning that they were able to have a comfortable lifestyle. So before that, like in the 1940s, we were at World War II. In the 1930s, we had, I think the 1920s and 30s was the Great Depression, and it was just a hard time. But the 1950s was a very comfortable time. So my general idea of the 1950s is that a lot of white Americans had like nice houses with big lawns, and they were very successful. I think when I was a child, we had a TV show. It was a black and white TV show, and it was called Leave It to Beaver. And it's like the epitome of the American dream. So it's the father. The father always wore a nice suit, and he would go to work in the morning. And the mother, even though she was a housewife, she didn't work. She always had on a beautiful dress and pearls, and she had her hair fixed up. And then there were two sons. There was Beaver, who was the younger boy and a little bit ornery, mischievous, and he was the main character in the show. And then his older brother, Wally, who was more sensible. But that's like the American dream of like this comfortable suburban lifestyle.
Oh, nice.
To me.
I think many Japanese people thinks American dreams is like a person who traveled to America and
who went to
got
America.
a big money.
Okay, so someone who went to America. Okay, people in America.
So,
okay. So, for example, like
大谷翔平.
Okay, that's a great example because he's very wealthy now and he's really famous as well. That's great because he is not American, right? But he did go to America for work and has succeeded greatly there. Everyone knows who Shohei Ohtani is.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't know.
Does everyone know Otani Shohei?
You should. If you don't, I'm going to smack you. No, I think everyone knows who he is. Whether you love baseball or not, I think everyone knows who he is, yeah.
And also Suzuki Ichiro, you know?
Yeah, everyone knows Ichiro. Yeah.
Ichiro. Kind of my generation. Though.
Yeah, he's super famous. Everyone knows Ichiro.
Okay.
Yeah, so those guys would be great examples of the American dream.
So,
yeah, hard work, went to America, worked really, really hard, became famous, became well known, and then made a lot of money. Yeah, perfect.
アメリカンドリームっていうと、お金持ちになるっていう意味だけじゃなくて、元々の意味としては、まあ時代によって変わるんですけども、普通に、まあちょっと豊かに暮らすぐらいっていう意味ね。
Yeah, I don't think it necessarily changes that much, but I think it is the basic concept of if you work hard, you can be successful. Like everyone has the equal chance to become successful.
Yeah, when you come to America,
right? When you go to America, everyone is like on equal footing, which is not true. But you have the chance to become successful and famous and wealthy.
From my knowledge, only a few Japanese people achieved this American dream.
Right. It's very hard.
It is very hard. And do you know the person who invented blue LED?
Yes, I forgot his name. He was the Japanese scientist, right?
He is Isamu Akasaki.
Okay, I probably would not have remembered his name ever. But yeah, I was aware he got the Nobel Prize.
Yes. So he was working for the company and then he invented LED while he was working for a company.
Okay.
And then the company took advantage from him.
Oh.
So they got a more profit from his invention.
Okay. That's kind of crappy. I feel sorry for him.
So he only got a small amount of a bonus from the company.
Really?
Yeah.
But he got famous. He got the Nobel Prize.
And I think I don't know what happened exactly, but he got a lots of money from the company
Okay.
eventually. So
Okay. But not right away.
not right away. Maybe more than 10 years later, after he he found this LED.
Oh wow. Okay.
But still, we, as you said, we have equality to be, make money, to be success. But we have a chances, but even we succeed, we couldn't get this achievable right away. So
Right.
it's not really equal in Japan. So that's
yeah,
why.
it's not actually, because there's a different societal structure at play in Japan. So because America is a fairly new country, we value invention. We value like new ideas. And so because we need this, we value this, it's important for industry and economy. If someone is like a genius, like, what was his name? Akasaki-san. If he invented these LEDs and he, became famous for this, he would be rewarded in America because he's a genius. But like in Japan, there's a very top-down, like a hierarchical thing where, only older people get promoted. I think in America, like regardless of age, you would be promoted if you invented something or discovered something, regardless of your age, right?
Yeah, we need to wait for the age we can be success, if you working for the company.
Right. And I think this is why like a lot of younger people in Japan are not wanting to work for larger companies, and they're starting their own businesses or working for smaller groups or companies.
Right.
Because of this lack of equality and lack of ability to move up,
Right.
And yeah, like we mentioned, like gender equality. Japan is very low on the gender equality listing, always. Like regardless, if you're a woman, regardless of how good you are, it's really hard to get promoted here. It's really, really difficult.
Yeah. So what if Japanese people move to America or some other Western country? Can they have much more opportunities?
Wow, that's a difficult question. I would say yes and no. Yes, because the opportunity is there.
Right.
We don't restrict it. Okay, you're Japanese, you can't do this. We don't have that kind of attitude. The opportunity is there, the chance is there, but then it depends on you, right? It depends on the person. How hard are they willing to work, and how talented they are, what they have to offer. So, for example, I know that like in Japan, like you can go to any ramen shop, a really good bowl of ramen. What would you pay? How much do you pay for a nice bowl of ramen here?
In Japan?
Yeah, in Japan.
I would pay like 800 or 900 yen.
Okay, and that's pretty expensive, I think. I think a lot of people think, 900 yen, that's expensive ramen, right?
Maybe my standard is a little bit higher than average Japanese people.
Right. You could probably get a decent bowl of ramen like between 400 and 800 yen, around that range, right? But like in America, or even Australia, but America, since we're talking about the American dream, like a good bowl of ramen is upwards of $20. So that's like upwards of Nisen 500 yen. Upwards, right?
Right.
So, and it's not considered like a snack or a keishoku. It's considered like a nice fancy dinner.
Right, exactly.
So the opportunity to make money is there. And if you know what you're doing, like if you're a really good, ramen chef, you can make a lot of money.
Right.
Yeah. Or like Japanese hairstylists. I know a lot of hairstylists in Japan don't make that much money here. I don't know what they make. 1,500 yen an hour, maybe? 2,000 yen an hour?
Maybe.
But if you're really, really good and you go to New York, you can make upwards of 2,000 yen,
Even like a staff, just regular staff?
No, you'd have to be like kind of well known.
Okay.
Yeah. But the regular staff, probably not that different from American hairstylists. But the quality, like the skill of hairdressers in Japan is really, really high. It's really high.
It is.
So like even a basic hairdresser can go to America and make pretty good money because the skill is much better than what we have, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's just a matter of like, working hard and getting your clients to come and marketing yourself. And, you have to be able to speak English, of course. So the opportunity is there. It's just like you have to work for it, though.
うん
No one's gonna say, "Here, here's your American dream. You have to work for it."
アメリカンドリームを使うためには一生懸命働くっていうのね。
Yeah,
Hard work is the key word.
that's hard. Yeah,
Right?
that is the key word. Like it's not just here it is. You have to work hard for it, but the opportunity to get it is there if you work hard.
Yeah, and efficiently, I think.
Yeah.
By the way, Andres-san, what's your dream?
Well, my dream was to live in Japan. So I'm living my dream every day.
You already succeeded in your dream.
Yeah. What's your dream? Do you have a dream?
My dream is travel to America.
Yay!
I went to UK, Australia, and then some other Asian country, but only America is not what I have been yet.
Okay. Well, we should go. I'll take you.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's finish up. That's all for this episode. But if you like our podcast and video podcast, be sure to subscribe wherever you're listening now.
Be sure to catch our next episode.